Hello guys, and welcome to this Volkswizard car sales video. Now I don't normally do a voiceover when it comes to car sales videos. I just do a walk around and put some fancy music on there, but because this is a bit of a special car, I thought I'd make the effort and give you a proper tour of it. Now the reason this car is a bit special is because it originated on the Volkswagen UK press fleet. It was driven by Alex Kersten from Car Throttle, and he had it till about early 2019. Then it was defleeted and sold to Wrexham Volkswagen, and they sold it to a couple that actually live down the road from here, bizarrely, and they offered it to me because the lady had a change of job and she had to commute a lot further, a bit like the reason I got rid of mine. So she bought it with 6,000 miles on it. It's on about 10.5 now, so she has used it, and not all those miles were press fleet miles, but I think Alex Kersten's probably a good guy to buy a car from, because this car is in really good condition. It wasn't your typical press fleet car that has 1 week at What Car getting thrashed, another week at Auto Car getting thrashed, another week at Car getting thrashed, another week at Evo in the air. It looks like it's had an easy life. The tyres are a big clue to that as well. So let's give you a tour of the outside, then we'll have a look at the inside and the options as we go along. So as you can probably tell in this lovely summer sunshine, this is a tungsten silver 3-door car. And unlike the black models, you do get the stripes on the sills. It's also got the black roof, which you've got to have that. It's really cool. Unless you get a pan roof, of course, and I don't think you can order it. We've got parking sensors as part of the cruise control and parking sensor pack. And the bodywork is in exceptionally good condition, so there might be just one chip, I think, on the bonnet. Don't know if you can see that there. Move out the light. Just there, and there might be 1 or 2 on this black section lower down, but it's done really well. There is one mark on a wheel. I think it's this one. Or is it this one? Yeah, it's a very light mark there, not really worth ruining the original polish finish for that, so might try and polish it up with some cutting compound just to make it look a bit better. Tyres are all really good. It's right, slightly disappointingly is that they don't seem to wear much, because they're not a very good tyre, but that's probably about 6 mil. They're all original apart from the near side front, because the lady had a puncture. That's date marked 2019. And that really doesn't feel like it's got much more tread on it than the other side, so they seem to last forever. Let's see what this one's like. Yeah, a couple of mil difference maybe over the other side, but not massive. So I reckon it's on 10,500 miles now. That would probably go to 20. I don't think Richard Meaden, who did 17,000 miles in his car, changed the tyres, and that was a pretty hard used car, as you would have seen if you've watched Evo Car of the Year. Okay, just turn that off. So the sill's really nice and undamaged. The seats are really unworn. I guess they're not the most heavily bolstered. Back seats are barely used. So in here we've got climate control, which is a nice touch because it just looks so much more modern than the knobs.
Very comfortable presence in that townhouse. And
turn that off. We've got, this is the sensor for the auto wipers and the front assist, so you've got radar there, protecting you from driving into the back of people in city traffic. So you can turn that off if you want with that button there. It's not suddenly a traction control button. And you've got auto lights, which you just put the switch into that position to operate. Cruise control there. It's not radar cruise, but it's still better than not having it. Got the complete book pack there. We've got heated seats, which is a nice touch on ups. We've got phone holder there. You can remove that. There's a USB socket down there. It just takes your normal phone lead. Yeah, black headlining is standard. That's a nice touch as well. Oh, before I forget, we've got the Beats sound pack. You can tell that because there's a B on the tweeter just there. Hopefully you can see that. You can also tell that because in the boots you don't have anywhere to put the toolkit, so it just floats around there. That's the toolkit in the bag. There are some marks on the boot here, depends how sensitive you are about those. And there's a subwoofer for Beats where the toolkit would normally be. There's no spare wheel, so but you can fit when there's enough room. It looks all nice and original in there. Don't know if you can see. Now, I'm pretty sure the car escaped its time on the press fleet with no paintwork, but during the time with the second owner, we believe it's had some paintwork to the door in the wing, and I wasn't very happy with it, so I gave it to a body shop to improve. They've done a brilliant job. They said if we can't do it, we'll have to paint it, and that'll involve painting into the quarter panel. Well, luckily, it didn't come to that, so I'd be quite happy with that on my own car. Let's just have a look under the bonnet while we're around here. And it's really nice and clean down there. It had its first service when it was sold by Swansea, Wrexham Volkswagen in March, so that was about 6,000 and a bit miles ago. There's no documentation for that, but it is on the Volkswagen computer system, so I can prove that by logging into Irwin. It's there. Yeah, original delivery was down as DHL, who managed the press fleet for Volkswagen. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this Volkswagen car sales video on this very special Up GTI. It's for sale now at £11,690, a bit more than originally planned, but I've had to spend more on it to get that paintwork sorted, which I didn't realise until after I'd filmed the video where I said it was 11,490. Speaking of the video, this car featured in one of my videos where it was up against the Seat Ibiza FR, the one with the same basic 115 horsepower 3-cylinder 1-litre engine. So if you want to watch that video, click on the icon just here. I feel like Matt Watson. Click on the icon up here.